Studios.
Long ago, on the fields of battle, in the year 2017, two men met to decide once and for all what the most metal things in the universe are. But there can be only one. What's more metal? With Dan Weber, Nariko and Randy.
Hey everybody, welcome to What's More Metal, the only podcast with two badass dart throwing, ninja star catching comedians.
Better.
Pick the most metal shit in the universe. With me as always, the sniper to my everyday bike ride through the park.
Fair.
Comedian Dan Weber.
Yeah. I'm the man behind the blinds. That's what
right.
I am.
Yeah. Grassy Knoll comedian.
Grassy Knoll comic.
Good old Grassy Knoll Weber.
Yeah.
And that laugh up there you hear, I'm comedian Nariko Watt, by the way, and up there, that laugh you hear is super metal producer Randy.
Yeah.
Helping us put this whole thing together. He's coming live from Carnival Studios in Portland, Oregon. Dan and I are coming from separate bedroom quarantine zones. I'm from the Alpha Wastelands, and Dan is over in the Forbidden Zone.
Yes,
I believe.
That's.
I don't know
correct.
I don't exactly know how this Fallout map works, but we are in it. We're in it together. Yeah. So this is it's been another week in isolation, in our separate decompression chambers. Dan, you done anything? What's been up?
Let's see.
I'm sorry. What's
Since
been
Friday.
plaguing you?
What's been playing since Thursday night?
Yes.
Let's see. This weekend was not. I didn't do a whole lot. I played. Yeah. Not much. I did watch pertinent to the episode we're gonna do tonight. I did watch 4 episodes or 5 episodes of Tiger King.
Yeah.
Oh wow, you're only 2 from finishing.
I might be actually almost to the end. I think I have the last episode to watch, and I'm probably not gonna watch it, but
Fuck yeah, that's the spirit.
yeah.
Well, the last one's the talk show one that just came out.
I haven't watched the very newest thing they've.
The very newest one. It's called The Tiger King and I. Is a Joel McHale hosted, like late night interview.
No.
Yeah,
That sounds
yeah.
awful.
No, like the.
I'm not even to that. I'm to the last one of the set that they put out in the beginning, like
Okay.
not the late night one.
Man, I can't believe they did like the Behind the Walking Dead or whatever fucking wrap up show where they get like all the members of Survivor on stage. So guys, that was really crazy there when you ate all of Martha's bugs. Boy, you guys ever get over that? Or hey, behind the scenes, when you guys were between starving and sweating to death in the jungle, anybody fuck or those sparks flying? Anyway. So
Yeah.
good. I'm glad they did that with fucking Tiger King. It's same with me, by the way. I've been holed up at my girlfriend's house. We've been doing a lot of cooking. It's been one of the few things, like I've been saying, like it's been the thing that we weirdly focus on, like it's something like as a way to break up the day. Like, oh, what's gonna be, for breakfast and what's gonna be for dinner.
Mhm.
And I think today was the first time where we were like utterly like we're over it, like where I was just like meat, spaghetti sauce, spaghetti. Like, and she's like, I don't even want to think about it. I'm like, I got it, and just so we might be running to the end of when that was fun. It might be right into I don't give a fuck,
Yeah.
and just it's gonna be a frozen pizzas kind of a situation here real soon.
Yep.
But so far so good. It's been nice. This week, gang, we are going to be doing a couple of rad things. I was going to say we got a review. That's first off. I don't know if
shit.
you guys know about this. by the way, if you guys, any of our listeners, write a review, post it on Medium or wherever the fuck that you can post anything there.
Yeah.
This guy, Drew Kaufman, a few years ago, just as a post was like, you could write anything on Medium. It's not a website for journalists. You shouldn't link to anything here. I can write anything. And then he just wrote the words pregnant Goku 900 times right after that. So you should check out, just Google pregnant Goku and it'll be the only thing that comes up.
Don't be so sure.
Well,
I'm willing to bet that there's at least one fan fiction out there for that.
Other than mine, yeah. But we did get a review. We just got voted. What's More Metal just got voted #1 podcast to listen to while you sew your own face mask by Furries Weekly.
Old Furries
Good old
Weekly.
F-dubs.
The F-dubs.
Good old Furries Weekly. And that's their face masks are a little more involved. Whole fox, things like that.
Yeah.
Literally there's a hole where the mouth is. You can fuck. And so yeah, I cannot, furries is one of those, I feel like they get shit on the most as a kink right now.
Oh yeah.
I think it's an easy one. People are like, ugh, furries, like whatever. And you can laugh like that. They're like a joke, but eventually, I mean, if society continues, they're bound to be, given their due respect as any other kink or fetish. Do you know what I mean?
I think, and I used to do this as a joke, and I may bring it back.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that furries are the bravest people online because they're out, like an out furry. Are you fucking kidding me? Like that's a dude that literally doesn't give a shit, and that's
you're
amazing.
Out, but you're also dressed like a mascot. Yeah,
I mean, if you identify as a furry and you're not dressed up, like I did that show. I was doing that show, Comic Strip, back in the day, and there was this dude just sitting in the front row, and I was hosting at the time, hosting that show, and so I just started talking to him, and he had a T-shirt that had 3 wolves on it. And I was just like, hey, man, I was like, what's up with that shirt? And he's like, I'm a furry. And everybody in the audience started laughing. And I'm like, fuck all of you, man. Like, there's not one person in this room that's brave as this dude. Like, are you fucking kidding me?
For real.
Like, no one would, like, he was just like, and he just did not give a shit what everybody else thought. And that's fucking awesome.
Yeah. You're like, I identify as a cartoon fox. And I like to get fucking railed by other cartoon anthropomorphic animals, and there's worse shit to bang, frankly.
Oh my god.
Yep.
There's way worse shit to bang.
Look, as long as they're a consenting adult, fuck it.
Yeah. Literally. Fuck it. I used to do a joke where I was like, eventually, on a long enough timeline, we'll have a furry president. And that's that's what I'm looking for. That's where I'm going to feel the most like, I'm like, oh shit, that's and it would suck if they were Republican though. It's like, it's a fox guy in a fox mascot outfit, just like dressed like a giant squirrel, all like, pull yourself up by your bootstraps. You're like, damn, dude. Cinnamon Squirrel's a fucking bitch, dude.
I think we've already had one.
Oh, have we?
Just in the closet. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure, or had just like, man, there's probably no limit to the weirdness that Bill Clinton got into.
Yeah,
so you can't tell me, he might not have been like only fucking in a mask, but he's definitely fucked someone while wearing an animal suit. Like, I can't.
Nothing's gonna stop Bill Clinton. The dude's from Arkansas. He's just like, oh hell yeah, fuck. Martin.
I think Teddy Roosevelt too.
Yeah, you think Roosevelt was?
Oh yeah, he put some pelts on and went to town.
Oh yeah, he might have
just wore a whole bearskin rug and just blasted somebody, or better yet, cut a hole in a bearskin rug and fuck someone through it.
Yeah,
as a show of dominance. I can see old Teddy doing that shit.
Yeah. I don't think it's. Yeah, I mean, the only difference, like, if you mean like an out and proud furry, then that hasn't happened yet. But somebody that's kind of into it on the down low, like, I'm probably sure. I'm
Bill Clinton was just that dude from The Shining who's like fucking getting blown by that pig thing.
Yeah.
He doesn't give a shit.
Could care less. Yeah.
Dude, that guy, that dude is like a completely like unapologetic cocksman. He just doesn't give a fuck. I just want to give whatever. I can't do it, Bill Clinton, but whatever. But guys, this week's episode, this is gonna be a fun one. We decided we're gonna do something a little more current for right now, but we're gonna be our topics tonight are most metal character person from the Tiger King series on Netflix. And if you haven't seen it, fucking what the fuck, dude, do it.
What are you doing?
It's all the way bananas and really fucked up. And we're also going to be doing most metal Tiger King character and most metal character from the Return of the King. So two kings.
Two kings, everybody. And so this is going to be pretty badass. I'm looking forward to it. And by the way, when we say most metal, we mean most sexy, badass, kick-ass, deadly, or whatever's killed the most Nazis. Yeah. So if a Nazi showed up in Return of the King, they fucking got their ass handed to them. That's in the running. But yeah. So to see who gets to go first, Dan and I do the most metal thing possible and roll 20-sided die. I will be doing it the way I always jerk off and have Randy do it for me. Randy, what I like to call the producer. Jiggle my stuff.
It would be my honor.
Quit stalling.
Right. You're first.
Randy's going to be rolling the What's More Metal brand 20-sided die. The one says What's More Metal because we're the most metal podcast to fuck to you. And we're on. And the 20 is a natural 20, says Natch Twombo because it's a Natch Twombo. So anyway, give my stuff a jiggle there, Randy.
All right, jiggling your stuff. You got a 5.
That is you have been rolling for shit but for me lately.
Yeah, I know. All
right, roll for worse for Dan.
Dan got an 8.
Fuck this.
Also,
right.
Which topic are we going with first?
Let's start with Tiger King. We're going to Return of the King.
Cool. Dan?
So I'm going first?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. So, all right. I want to say for the record that I've watched all but 2 of the episodes of Tiger King. And I think a lot of people haven't spent a lot of time around psychotic hillbillies, and it shows. Like I watched that show and I'm like, what? It occurred to me that I've had a very weird life because it didn't really faze me that much. Like I was like, oh, why is this weird to everybody? And I'm like, oh yeah, because these people are fucked up. You've just been around a lot of fucked up people. So yeah, I mean, I would say Oregon has at least 12 Joe Exotics in it right now. Like on the east side of the mountains, you can find this dude everywhere. There's not that weird. Like I don't know, man.
There is a drive-through zoo that I lived near in Oregon. I think it was near Winston, Oregon. I lived over that way. Yeah, it was a zoo that you drove through on this guy's property, and he just had like loose fucking gazelles and lions. It was called Outdoor Safari or some shit.
Yeah. Like you could just and they had a picture of a car with a tiger on the hood.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't want to fucking go there. Are you kidding me? Like,
we went once.
Oh, really? How was it?
It was, I was a little kid and I just remember an ostrich came up to our car and started like blasting like its beak into the side of the window at my mom, and she's just screaming, trying to shove peanuts through this like a tiny crack in the window. And then that made me laugh really hard. Everything else.
Did you say it was near Winston, Nariko?
I don't think so. I mean, that was
because there's one there.
It was in Southern Oregon.
Yeah. There's one right outside of Winston. It's called the Wildlife Safari. It's 600 acres.
There it is. Yeah, that is the one. So yeah.
And
it's America's most successful cheetah breeding program.
Yeah.
I just found out.
Yeah, that the dude that owns that probably exactly as fucked up as everybody else in Tiger King.
Oh yeah. Sure.
Okay, so I didn't remember exactly where it was. I just remember like around how old I was, and I've lived all over Oregon. So as a kid, so I was like, oh, I'm thinking must be around Winston, but I guess it was in Winston.
Very, if not in, very close to.
Oh, that's fucking awesome. Yeah, dude, wildlife safari, man. It was we only went the one time. It was probably stupidly expensive. I mean,
they used to have billboards everywhere. I haven't seen an ad for it in a long time, but it used to be a big deal. Like you could see commercials on TV and shit for it.
Yeah, there used to be billboards all over.
Yeah.
I like the wildlife breeding program. Like, motherfucker, you're selling these cheetahs.
Right.
Yeah.
Just stuffing them. Just like stuffing them in a box. He's like chloroforming them and just stuffing them into a sock.
Oh, it is it's actually in Winston.
There we go.
Yeah.
But I mean, so yeah, I was watching it and I was just trying to figure out like why is this so weird to everybody? But there's one scene that really that I was like, okay, this has gone way over the top. And it involves the character that I think is the most metal character in the show.
Okay.
It's Joshua Dial, who was Joe Exotic's campaign manager.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
And there's the scene with the security camera footage
of
him watching a dude blow his own fucking head off. And then that guy just kept being on the show. And I'm like, that's fucking insane. Like that guy, that is a dude that is fighting through PTSD, something fierce.
He had to go sit in that same office every day.
Yeah.
He just sat there and looked at the fucking carpet and shit. It was like, man, this is fucked up.
Dude,
there'd be no way.
Yeah, I will admit, and it may very well make me a terrible person. The only time in that show when I laughed is when that dude killed himself. Like the look on Joshua Dial's face made me laugh hysterically.
Because he just did like the hands on the cheeks thing. He's like,
whoa!
He did
it was like Home Alone, the Home Alone look. And the thing is, like, you knew that dude was killing himself as soon you knew what was going to happen. As soon as he was like, yeah, he was just saying that a Luger can't shoot if it doesn't have a clip in. And I'm like, oh, that motherfucker's killing himself. And then sure enough, I was surprised that they showed the footage of that. But
they didn't show the footage. They just showed
they showed his reaction.
The reaction. They showed the reaction video.
Yeah, I mean, but yeah, I'm gonna say Joshua Dial is definitely the most metal dude in that movie.
So
funny. Just
man.
for refresher, you guys.
What's that?
Oh yeah, there's the look.
It's like, oh man,
how does he?
Absolutely, the image we're using for the polls too.
My God, I love that. Okay, so Joshua Dial, he also was a manager at Walmart, and then Joe Exotic would just come in like every day and buy like bullets and shit. And then he was like, "Hey, I'm going for mayor. Yeah, you want to be my campaign manager?" It was just a guy he knew a lot. He was like, "Sure."
He actually was. He hired him first to help him run for president.
Was it president first?
The president and then governor.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was fucking super awesome. That's a great choice. The fucking I knew something happened to that guy right away. The old big hands because because they kept talking about him and then like showing pictures and video, but there was no interviews with him. And I'm all, oh, something happens to this guy. And I was like, for a while, I was like, probably in prison or something. But no, he set himself free in the most elaborate way possible. Okay. Great choice, Dan. My choice for most metal character from the Tiger King Netflix TV documentary is Saif. Saif is the dude who got his arm bitten off by a tiger.
Yeah.
And then went back to work 3 days later. That dude fucking rocks. Saif, because right away in the show, you watch Saif, they're missing an arm. And I'm like, there's no way that's coincidence. Like, there's no way. In all of the interviews with this dude, you're like, no, there's no way. It's just like, oh, this, yeah. Cancer or whatever. You're like, there's no way. You're like, something happened. Sure enough, a tiger bites off their arm. They go to the hospital, and then that's where that meme came from, where Joe Exotic's like, I'll never recover from this financially. We laughed so hard when that came up. We're just like, you could have just stopped at recover from this, said the other part inside your head, and looked like a good guy.
But no.
The best part, though, Saif goes to the hospital. They attach the arm. It's on. It's fine. And then the doctor's like, in order for you to recover from this, it's going to be a lot of surgeries. There's going to be a lot of what do you call it? Physical therapy.
Yep.
It's going to be a long road, but your arm is on. So, and then Saif's like, nah, fuck that. Lop it off. I'm going back to work. I don't want the zoo to get bad press. That's
right.
Tough
Jesus
as
Christ.
Fuck.
Yeah, that's pretty tough. That's badass.
That is tough.
She was one of my backups for sure.
It's a he. They are a he. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. Yeah. That's they are a he. They identify as a he.
Okay.
Whatever. They identify as a badass in my book.
Yeah.
Because that's hard as fuck. And then plus you get to be like, oh, well, used to work near tigers. You're just like, get the fuck out. That story rules.
Do they ever say that during the show? Because otherwise, I didn't know.
No, it's something I found out in my research.
Okay.
Yeah, they never bring up. I think that they don't even. But yeah, like, they bring up that character's full name. It's something like
Kelsey Safri.
Kelsey or something. Yeah, and then But they don't even bring up the fact that they only ever go by Saif, and they identify as a man. But still, hard as fuck.
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
Losing an arm like that. I don't know. So those are our choices, guys, for most metal character in the Tiger King series. Dan chose Walmart political campaign manager. I chose missing arm assistant zookeeper.
Yeah.
Guys, we're going to put those, our Vote Master General, Matt Silver, will put those up on our Instagram stories on Wednesday. Let you vote to decide who's got the most metal choice. Is it Dan or is it me? Dan, do you have a backup? Something that didn't quite make your list?
Yes.
Someone?
I have a backup.
Uh-huh.
My backup is the tiger that attacked Joe Exotic during the commercial where he was standing in the tiger cage.
Oh, yeah.
That tiger could have saved a lot of people a lot of misery that day. And like, it didn't quite get the job done, but damn, it wanted to. Like, you could tell that tiger was like, yeah, I could just fucking kill this dude. Like, that would have been awesome. Like, I kind of have expected Joe Exotic to be horribly maimed at some point in the documentary, and I thought that was going to be it. But
yeah,
we were all disappointed when it didn't happen. However, it was still pretty funny and deserves a tip of the hat. I don't even know if they mentioned that tiger's name, but goddamn, good job.
Oh yeah, the one where he's like, somebody sprayed
cologne,
cologne, delicious meat juice all over my shoes. Damn it.
Yeah. What a fucking
It was a liger that attacked him.
Oh, that's way worse.
Far more terrifying.
Yeah. Bigger.
Yeah.
They're massive.
Yeah, they're massive.
Ligers are like the one that Doc Antle had was like 800 fucking pounds.
Yeah.
An 800-pound fucking meat-eating cat. Fuck that, man.
Yep.
That's great. That's a great choice. My other backup, I'm trying to find their name right now because I missed it. Nope. There he is. I'm choosing John Rinke. He's the guy missing the legs.
Yes.
That dude. Okay,
it's fucking excellent.
That is fantastic. Because that dude's hanging out. He's got 2 metal legs, and they've got like a graphics bong fucking clown on one of them.
Yeah.
Like, they're just both shins. I've got some sick Juggalo fan art all over them. They're tight. they look like I don't know what, like Twisted Metal characters or something. Like anyway, fucking cool.
Oh, for sure.
So he's got these metal legs, and then that's also in your mind. You're like, oh man, what happened there? And then he's just like, early on, he's like, oh, this zip line accident. You're like, what the fuck? Zip line accident. Yeah, zip lining. Some shit went wrong. Then he had the legs. He broke the shit out of his legs, and like fucked up his back. And they're like, all right, you know. So he's like, oh, I'm going to teach myself how to walk. And he started walking on bone shards or whatever until they were like, all right, we just have to cut these legs off. He's like, tight. Fucking do it. Also, that guy had one of my favorite lines in the entire series. I don't know if you're at this part yet, Dan, but he had this great line where it just shows him like working on a J car. Like he's like welding like a car back together, a race car. And he's like, yeah, you know, working for whatever, 15, 20 years at the zoo really took its toll on my marriage, you know, and at one point, you know, I just realized, you know, I just want to be happy, you know, so I got a divorce. It made me laugh so hard. Because you're like, oh, he quit the zoo. Oh no, he got a divorce. Yeah. It's like, I just wanted to be happy, so I got a divorce. Anyway, so that's John Rinke. Yep. By the way, in this show, there are a few characters in it that actually are moral characters.
Yeah.
You know?
None,
there's very few. There are very few that are moral characters, and but honestly, the whole Tiger King series is really a story of greed, really. Yeah. And because so each person, Doc Antle, Joe Exotic, Carol Baskin, there's that other coke dealer dude who has a bunch of monkeys that his wife dresses up in baby clothes, who dismembered a federal narcotics officer and like did 12 years.
Yeah, the documentary is so crazy that guy's only featured a little bit.
Bit.
Fucking madness.
Yeah, totally madness. Yeah. But all those people, they just like, because of tigers, and like, so people are attracted to that. So then they use that to just try to build these dreams and stuff. And Doc Antle creates a tiger themed hippie fuck harem.
Yep.
But yeah, like all these people, like they basically just become these horrible monsters, like every one of them. And
pretty
it's
fucking
like,
horrific. Yeah.
Yeah. And the way they use people and stuff is just like heinous. So, I don't know. It's just, so there's very few moral characters. I feel like all the ones we chose were the few that were,
that were close.
Yeah.
Because even then, like, Joshua Dial, halfway through his screen time, is like, well, you know, I'm a libertarian, so technically fuck the feds. And I'm like, all right.
Yeah.
I mean, he's an idiot.
He's a dumb.
But he's not a monster. Like,
there's not 7 brain cells in that entire cast. Like, it's fucking...
Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I mean, I've kind of, other than the guy who, actually, no, I've probably met people like every character in that movie in real life.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I have throughout the years. And it's just like, the only reason that we know about those people is because some guy was doing a documentary and just happened upon them. But legitimately, like, you could find those stories all the fuck over the country. Like, it's not that uncommon. Like, it's kind of nuts, but it's not uncommon. Like, people are just, there's just a lot of batshit people out there, like, grubbing for bullshit. Like, the kind of money that they were like greedy for is so minuscule. It's not even that much. They're just like petty narcissists. It's like, what would have happened if Trump had been born in a trailer park? That's all it is.
Yeah.
Every one of them.
It's not even like, I don't even know. Like, is the narcissism something that they had before, or is it something that grew malignant? You know, is it See what I mean? Like, to me, like, that's like the interesting thing of the story is like, it's how many of these people were just a normal, not great person, you know, a fallible person, and then they just got this power, or, you know, that being tigers and a small amount of money, you know, like that.
Right.
The tiger just represents like like an attractive quality, like, right? Like, so it's a lure. It's so people want to be near you. You have the ability to have people draw people close to you, and so that means crowds, audiences, whatever. And like, I don't know. So anyway, so it's just interesting to me. It's like, would Carol Baskin have killed one of her husbands later? You know, earlier, like, or is it just yeah?
I almost picked Carol Baskins because she killed a millionaire.
Yeah,
and that's not bad, you know. Like, but
oh,
she's just not. She's just too fucking crazy.
You know what? Honestly, another thing I was thinking of too. I wish I had kind of chose her first husband a little bit, the millionaire. He sucked.
Oh, sure.
I mean, I wanted to pick Carol because I like it anytime somebody kills a millionaire. But there's that scene where he picks her up, right? Like, he drives by, he's like, "Ma'am, you crying? Whatever, you want to ride?" She's like, "Fuck off." And then he's like, and then he pulls up and goes, "Look, I'll give you this gun and you can hold it on me, and then we'll just drive around and talk." And so he just gave a strange lady a pistol and handed it to her. "Here you go, ma'am. Now you feel safe, right?"
And it worked.
How would you even be like handing somebody a gun out the window of your truck? Like, "Ma'am, take this gun. Feel safe?" There you go. "Ma'am, you could blow my dick clean off my fucking balls if I get ornery even in the slightest."
Yeah.
That's kind of badass. Like, that's kind of amazing. Anyway. So, I don't know, did you have anything else you want to bring up?
I don't know. No one else on that show is like metal worthy. I guess. True. They're just trash people, and I don't want to celebrate them, but there's certainly people who are like living a metal lifestyle that shouldn't be.
Right. Oh yeah. Oh, if you sleep on the floor of a trailer in a tiger zoo.
Yeah. Or just like the dude that was like smuggling tigers into his hotel rooms in Vegas in suitcases.
Yeah.
Jeff, whatever Jeff Lowe was his name.
Jeff Lowe, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, technically that's kind of metal, but it's also so fucked up you really can't.
Oh no.
It's just such a disastrous thing to do. Like, what a piece of shit.
Yeah. That dude was like a Monster Energy drink came to life. Like, he's looks like a douche.
Like, anyway, he was wearing button-up Affliction shirts, and I didn't even know they made those. Like, I was like, what is this, dude?
If you regularly wear like a bandana under your hat or whatever, it's like, and you're not working in like 1,000-degree heat or something. I'm like, I just don't get the fuck out.
Yeah.
Yeah. And but if you buy something damaged, go kill yourself. Anyway, so I think that's going to bring us to the next topic.
Next topic.
Yeah. Oh, fuck. All right, guys, that's going to bring us to the next topic. Most metal character from Return of the King. The Lord of the Rings movie. Dan went first last time. I get to go first this time. You know what? It's probably one of the most metal ones, movies of the series. It's because it has all the epic battles and shit in it. Mm-hmm. Things really come out of the woodwork. And one of those things that came out of the woodwork was the Witch King of Angmar, the chief of the Nazgul.
Yeah.
If he looks fucking sick. In the movies, it's just like a shadowy, spiky helmet and a flaming sword and a big long black cape. Looks like Death Dealer, like the Frazetta painting.
Yep.
Basically 100%. The Witch King of Angmar, definitely my choice. It looks like a I don't even know. Like it already looks like a Molly Hatchet cover or like
Yeah.
or like a Sirith Ungol album cover. Basically, it just looks fucking sick as fuck.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So yeah, that's my choice. The Witch King of Angmar.
Well,
I
that's
like it.
So it's kind of ironic
Okay.
because my choice for most metal character in Return of the King is the lady who kills him, Eowyn,
Okay.
who is disguised as a soldier, fights in the last battle, and squares off against the Witch King. And then he says like, "Oh, no man can kill me," and she's like, "I'm not a man," and then cuts his fucking head off, and that's tight as shit. That is
Fucking
such a
rocks.
good scene in the book and the movies. That's
Oh,
fucking
yeah.
great. That's like, it was one of my favorite scenes in the book when I was a kid, and then they did it justice in the movie. It's fucking great.
Yeah.
So that is far and away, like, well, not far and away, but definitely probably the most metal character in the books is the lady who's told like you're not supposed to fight. She's like, fuck off. I'm gonna join anyway. Running around like has no business being out there, and then cuts the head off of the second most powerful villain in the whole book, in all the books.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
That was dope as shit.
Is that Miranda Otto in the movie?
Yeah, Miranda Otto.
Super hot.
Yeah, very, very, very attractive lady too. But
Well, I mean,
she's
you gotta
supposed to be in the book. She was supposed to be. So
Yeah. Fucking awesome, man. What else was she in? I'm just like looking up her character right now.
she was in the Chilling Adventures of Sabrina.
That's
she
right.
is.
That's
Yeah.
where I know her from. I've been
Yeah.
watching Sabrina with my girlfriend recently, and like, boy, the second season falls all the way off. But
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I have not seen it. I saw the first season and actually enjoyed it. But
Oh, the
That
first
show is
season's
such
great.
a weird train wreck, but that I can't stop watching.
The first season was super awesome. Second season, like, the kids start a band out of nowhere.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
no,
they're just doing these horrible pop covers, and you're like,
Yep.
"Bleh." Clearly don't know how to play their instruments. It's real painful. And you're like, why are they doing this? It's weird song and dance numbers out of nowhere. You're just like,
Nariko,
no.
do you intend on watching the third season?
Yes.
Okay, I won't. Say
I'll
this
get to
next
it.
part
I'll
then.
get to it.
I won't
No,
say it.
we'll talk about it more. But yeah, it's a cool show, and I like that they're taking, Sabrina the Teenage Witch, which was like kind of a lighthearted original thing, and they just did like this really gritty kind of version,
Mhm.
or a grittier, but it's also kind of teen. I don't know. It's a cool show. I like the way they're doing it.
It's darker. It's a lot darker.
It's a lot
for
darker,
sure.
and the effects are really cool. And
Yeah.
anyway, so yeah, Eowyn,
yeah.
is your choice. That is very kick-ass. Yeah. So the Witch King, or who killed the Witch King? That's great. Yeah.
I am into it.
Trying to think of, I'm like, just did a Mulan move. Fucking
Yeah.
got him with that fucking Mulan move. See, that's not really fair though. You know what I mean? Like, did the old Air Bud? Nothing saying a lady. Actually, it's the opposite, because there was a rule and she
Yeah.
broke it.
There was a rule and she broke it.
So, which is good, and I support it, but I don't know, I'm just mad. I'm mad my Witch King got taken out. But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, anyway, so those are our choices, gang, for most metal character from Lord of the Rings movie. I chose the Witch King of Angmar. Dan chose the murderer of the Witch King of Angmar, Eowyn. So we're going to put those up on our Instagram stories on Wednesday. Let you guys vote on them. Who had the most badass metal choice? I had a backup.
Right.
Dan. Let's see. Who was it? Where? I'm going to choose the Mouth of Sauron.
That's a good choice.
The Mouth of Sauron looks like a Cenobite from the Hellraiser movies.
Yes.
Like straight up. It looks like something straight up out of like a 9 Inch Nails video. It's pretty sick. Big chompy mouth, tall, crowned head, I don't know, dark cloak. Looks really fucking cool. And in the book, they're described really awesomely. I remember that there was like a whole like that they have that they were once like a messenger, just a regular human messenger for for Sauron, and then they were like corrupted and then don't even know their own name. Like their memories are gone and shit at this point. And, pretty fucking awesome. Really long, crazy teeth.
Yeah, real gross.
Super gross. Very, very metal though. Mouth of Sauron. That's my choice. That's my backup.
That's your backup?
That is my backup.
That's a good choice.
You got a backup, Dan?
I gotta look up this guy. I gotta make sure I remember the dude's name.
Well,
but it's Eowyn. Eomer. So Eowyn's cousin, the Horse Lord. That
Great
dude's
title.
fucking badass. Like Carl Urban is fucking. He was real good in that movie.
No,
and,
yeah.
like, his character's fucking dope as shit. Like the Riders of Rohan are easily probably my favorite group of people in the Lord of the Rings. Because they're like horse riding Vikings. They're kind of like a cross between Mongols and Vikings.
Yeah.
And they're just fucking tough as shit. And he's real. He's a very cool character. So
yeah,
I'm fond of that guy a lot.
Got some sick red armor.
Yeah,
looks fucking cool.
He looks dope as hell.
Yeah. Fucking yeah. Horse Lord is a great.
The Horse Lords.
I'm a Horse Lord. Yeah, that's a great choice. I mean, there's a ton of other ones, but I mean, Aragorn, of course.
Oh,
Strider. I always thought Strider was just the coolest fucking name.
Yeah.
Of any character. I mean, he barely went by it. It was just like what people called him in the first book or whatever. And then it wasn't until, and then like pretty early on in the books, they just start calling him Aragorn at all points, which is also a cool name I always liked.
Yeah.
Just sounds badass. But the name Strider to me was like, oh, that's Strider. You're like, damn, that's fucking cool. Sounds like a cop, like an 80s cop. Yeah, Max Strider.
You don't want to cross Strider.
You better.
Strider always gets his man.
Strider doesn't walk anywhere. What?
He just strides. He's not like he's a strutter.
Yeah. One cop. One fuck, what are they called? One Segway. He's out there solving crimes.
A one-legged cop who's ironically called Strider.
Yeah. His long-legged companion is this Hopper. You're like, what? How are you, Hopper? Hopper and Strider.
Hopper and Strider.
We're not. It's not the ones you think it is. It's the other one.
And the one that can walk. Really
Get on my
well.
back, long legs. Wait.
Yeah.
What?
The one that can walk really well is called Wheels.
Yeah. Oh man. Anyway, so I don't know. Do you have any others you wanted to bring up at all?
Well, I mean, I think Gollum doesn't get enough credit. Like, yeah, I mean, he was playing the long game the whole time.
Yeah.
He managed. I mean, he did manage to steal the One Ring and put it on before he died. So
yeah,
good job. And he actually saved Frodo from making a terrible mistake because Frodo was going to keep the ring.
Mm-hmm.
And that's fucking awesome. I mean, good for Gollum.
The yeah, I mean, it wasn't in Return of the King, but the riddle off under the mountain is like one of the best scenes in anything ever written. It's so good.
It's really good.
That's just one of those you read it, you're like, this is fucking awesome. Like, Shelob was the only other ones that I had that I really liked.
Is she in Return of the King?
I think it might be the second book, actually, now that I'm looking at it.
I thought. Well, no.
No, she's in Two Towers.
Return of the King, yeah.
She's in Two Towers, so never mind.
You're right.
But yeah, Shelob is pretty fucking cool. And so I think that's it for that topic. fucking buried it. We threw that
Yeah.
whole topic into Mountain Doom right there. Threw it right into a volcano. Smashed it up. And that's going to bring us to the polls. All right. This is going to bring us to the polls. This is where producer Randy reads to us who won last week's episode of Metal Topics.
Yes.
Randy, what were our choices?
So we had episode 24 was the most metal profanity and the most metal egg. And
Great reading. Great reading.
And so let's see. With 73% of the votes on most metal profanity, we had the Russian phrase, "We're all fucked."
We're all fucked. Good choice, Dan.
Yeah.
Very,
Weirdo
very
fuck.
today. That
Yeah.
one. Very, very current.
To be fair, your sister's pussy never runs out of style.
Yeah, it's true.
Timeless. But yeah, we are all fucked. Oh my god. We are another breath, another we are all fucked. Great choice.
Now,
I
on this
love
next one,
Oh, yeah.
it actually took some doing finding the picture of the egg, because I didn't want to put the cracked open balut, because it's gross looking. Anyway. But for most metal egg, with 54% of the votes, was indeed balut.
All right. That's me.
It's a close one.
The
What was my choice? I can't even remember.
It was the egg that was smashed over Fraser Anning's head.
Oh, right.
Great
Yeah.
choice. Great choice.
I don't
Mine
know.
was the hard-boiled chicken fetus.
Right.
Yeah.
Hard-boiled fetus. So good.
So, and you guys, we got a real review.
What?
We
And
got a
I don't know
real
what you
review.
mean by real either. But we really got one. So
We really got one. So on iTunes or Apple Podcasts, the most recent one came to us on March 18th, so it's a little behind.
Oh, okay.
Given to us by Censors Suck. 5
Nice.
stars. Quarantine listening. The best podcast to reassure yourself that you haven't gone crazy during your coronavirus quarantine, because hey, those guys are definitely worse.
Correct.
That is true.
How accurate review.
We went insane forever ago.
Yeah. Like I was fucked from the jump. So
Yeah.
like this quarantine is a drop in the fucking crazy bucket as far as I can tell.
I'm like, this is between my outbreaks of crazy. So,
Yeah.
all right. A little early / late. That's great. Thank you for the review, Censors.
Yeah.
That's fucking awesome.
Thank you very much.
Hey, and go easy on yourself out there in Bedroom Town. It's it's okay. We're all, get yourself, you gotta find something, dedicate yourself to it, and fucking me, it's fucking around with these two. So
Yep.
But thank you guys so much, and that's gonna bring us to the Ride the Lightning round. Yeah, everybody, this is the Ride the Lightning round. This is where producer Randile
Yep.
goes on Wapip Papa.
What's that?
Oh, that's how I pronounce Wikipedia.
Okay.
Yep. So, Randile goes on Wappa Papa and hits the Randall button 2 times. Pulls up 2 Randys. Those 2 Randys, Dan and I decide between the 2 of us and the 2 of them what the most metal thing about the 2 Randys are. Randy, what?
Yeah.
No, this is actually where producer Randy goes on Wikipedia, hits the random button twice, pulls up 2 random topics. And then Dan and I will tell you what's metal about those 2 things because we know all kinds of shit.
Yeah.
Randy,
So,
go for it.
Yes. The first one I've got.
It's okay to
is-
pull the trigger. The clip's not in.
Yeah. Totally safe.
Thanks for the heads up on that.
Yeah, heads off.
The first topic, the Axeman's Jazz.
Oh boy. Okay.
The Axeman's Jazz.
Axeman's Jazz. All right.
Now that's X. A-X-E.
A-X-E. Axeman.
Okay. Well, all right. Also good. Also good.
And the second topic is Australiopalpa.
Australia what?
Australiopalpa.
Australiopalpa.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Well, I mean, Australiopalpa, I mean, I know, is actually a famous one-legged downhill skier.
The first of his kind.
Yeah. This is actually 1923. It went down the Alps on one leg.
Which Alps? Which Alps?
The snowy ones.
Okay.
He went down the snowy Alps.
I believe it was the Matterhorn.
Yes. And here's the thing. He had both legs when he started. He hit a reindeer on his way down. Shorn one leg completely off at the knee. Never himself a quitter. Made it the rest of the way down the hill on one ski. Of course,
he did take time out to tie a tourniquet off on his leg, though.
Yeah, absolutely.
So he wouldn't bleed out. But.
Yeah, yes. Good point. That's a fine. Packed it with snow.
Yep.
Tied he tied a gas mask around it, which ironically bled like a shower head out the bottom. Here's the thing, though.
Sprinkler.
He made it down the mountain. I'd say another 10 minutes or so on one leg. Then he made it the rest of the way as a tumbling bag of broken bones and gristle. Just a loose sack of hamburger and bone flakes. Completely unrecognizable. It's like somebody put a bunch of liverwurst in a ski suit. Total hero. Australiopalpa. Portuguese downhill skier. Dan?
He set the record for longest tumble.
Yeah, he did.
Down the mountain.
And longest sustained death scream.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like
longest time spent at terminal velocity.
Yeah.
Australiopalpa.
Australiopalpa, who became Pulpa.
Pulpa.
By the time he coasted to a stop.
Astaniopulpa at the bottom of the mountain.
Yes. Dan?
So it's the Axeman's Jazz. Is it the Axeman's Jazz or just
the Axeman's Jazz?
The Axeman's Jazz. Okay, because those two things are different.
Oh yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
100%.
One's a book.
Well, I mean, so the Axeman's Jazz is really, oddly and kind of sexist because, oh God, what was her? It was a song about Lizzie Borden. It was
okay.
It was an early 50s song about Lizzie Borden chopping her family up with an axe. But because of the times, they couldn't make it the axe woman's jazz. So they had to make it the Axeman's Jazz.
Okay. So yeah, they're just like, put a mustache and a wiener on that main character. Huh? Who's gonna believe it? I mean, we all know the story, but still, the Axeman's Jazz, heavy bass drum, like a lot of thumping and chopping sounds. In that song.
The song is mostly about the space the pieces of the body you don't see. And that's
Who wrote that song, Dan?
That's a good question. I think it was I don't know, Thelonious Monk, maybe.
Yeah.
Somebody that really legitimately didn't know how to play guitar, but they played guitar on that particular song. I think it was Thelonious Monk. He wrote it on a heroin bender.
Oh, of course.
He claims to not remember having written it or performed it, but it's in an album, so he of course did. And
he's like, I just did it in a blood fugue.
Yeah.
That's a metal ass jazz song for sure.
It is the metal. It's probably I mean, it's surprising that it wasn't the Dillinger Escape Plan, but
yeah. But a fine jazz classic.
Yeah.
Yes.
A jazz classic. Yeah.
Yes. Randy, what were we talking about?
Yeah. So Australiopalpa is a genus of moths.
You were close.
I was so close.
You were.
Oh, how many legs do they have?
It's a genus.
Yeah. The whole family.
Well, 6. Oh,
Yeah.
The whole family.
I mean, I know genus and family are two different things, but that whole genus. 6?
As a whole?
Yes.
Probably a lot more than 6.
No, damn it, you fucker. You know what I'm fucking saying.
I do. I'm pretty sure all moths have 6 legs.
Oh, shit. All right, I was pretty far off. Thought there would be one-legged moths. All right, well, agree to disagree. Axeman's Jazz.
Axeman's Jazz actually sounds interesting. It's the debut album by Australian alternative rock band Beasts of Bourbon, and it was recorded in 1983 and released in 84.
The Beasts of Bourbon. Ugh. How are you going to name your band after a pun on a Rolling Stones song? You know, we're the... we're the Rain and Mud. Yeah. We're the Ride the Frightenings.
Yeah.
Or if it was going to be...
For whom the smell tolls.
Hey, everybody. Oh, yeah. We're a brown booger.
Yeah.
If we're doing Rolling Stones songs.
We're
a round booger. Yeah. What?
Yeah.
Anyways. Yeah. Anyway. Great time.
You don't always get what you want.
Boo.
Fuck you, Randy.
Really boo to all of those.
Here's 15 more.
I'm going to be hard pressed to remember 15 Rolling Stones songs.
Oh, yeah. I gave up immediately. But yeah, so that's been the episode, gang. That was fun. That was a fun one. Hopefully that was fun for you guys. Helped take a little some of the quiet out of your goddamn day. Help you just pass some time bullshitting with us and hopefully learning a little bit. Maybe looking some stuff up. Hey, Mouth of Sauron sounds sexy. Is it? Furries. Maybe not. Maybe I'm giving too rough of a shake.
Yeah.
Not giving myself a rough enough of a shake while I look at furries. Speaking of shaking, why doesn't Randy shake my stuff? Just some things you might ask yourself while you're in the quar, as we call it.
The quar?
While you're far, far in the quar.
The quarantine?
Your quarantine. There we go.
That's where that's when you're alone in your room and you pour fake jizz all over your face.
And that's when you're by yourself alone spraying demon jizz all over yourself.
The quarantine.
Anyway, so I hope you're enjoying your quarantine. I don't know. Dan, Randy, anything you guys want to add?
Right now, no.
I mean, I'm doing another Reading the Bible show.
There we go.
On April 22nd.
Nice.
That'll be fun. Currently, I'm not sure. I mean, I have right now the lineup is Amanda Arnold and Adam Posse from the local scene, and Simon Gibson and MK Paulson from LA, and it's going to be a good show.
That's already fucking dynamite.
Yeah.
Don't book anybody else.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm not sure if anybody else is actually going to be on it. So that'll be plenty. That's plenty of fucking power. There'll be plenty of hilarity for that show.
Yeah, that's going to be fucking awesome. Yeah, everybody, definitely check that show out. The last one was so fucking much fun. It was crazy.
So
fun. Definitely check that out. And April 22nd.
Yeah.
And we'll keep you informed on that as we get closer. But everybody, hope you had a great fucking week.
And what else? Is there anything else that we're doing? Oh, we can't talk. There might be something cool coming up for What's More Metal, but we don't.
We have something stuck in the pipeline.
Yeah.
It's oof. It's painful. Oh, we want to tell you so bad, but we can't. Yeah. Something's wedged right in the pipeline. So it's
no plunge, no amount of plungers getting rid of it right
Creative
now.
blockage.
Yeah.
Well, that's been enough. Everybody, thank you so much for tuning in. Please like, subscribe, tell 15 friends apiece, for God's sake.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. Go break into a Best Buy. Turn on all their computers.
Okay, here we go.
Go subscribe to our show on every platform.
There we go. Go on Kazaa or possibly LimeWire. Upload a What's More Metal episode, but label it like Weezer, and then the wrong Weezer title, like Weezer, and then Smooth Criminal. And then people will go, what? They did a cover of Smooth Criminal, and then they'll try to download it. And then in there is a virus that you've installed, and it'll find all of their friends and then upload the podcast to them. Also, it'll pull a fraction of a penny out of all of their bank accounts every time they make.
Every time they turn on their computers.
Every time they turn on their computer, and then so it's fractions of pennies will go to our Patreon.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm into that idea.
There we go. So do that. Right now. Stop what you're doing and do that.
Turn the show off.
All right, guys. Anyway, until next week, thank you guys so much for tuning in. This has been awesome. This has been What's More Metal, and Hail Satan.
Hail Satan.
Studios.